Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.
You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
Okay, welcome to 2111 Radio Show. I'm your host, Derrick Scott, and I have a special young lady here. Her name is Deja Barrett. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
That's good. That's good. So tell the people where you're from.
I am from Spanish Town, Jamaica.
And that's outside of Kingston, you said, correct?
Yes, right outside of Kingston.
So, so you were born there, and what made you become an entrepreneur? Because you do other things. I've just heard that you actually is a healthcare professional.
Mm-hmm. I'm in public health. That is my 9 to 5. I'm a public health journalist. What made me become an entrepreneur? I just have so many diverse interests, so it's hard just for me to stick with one thing. I'm a creative person, so therefore there's plenty of things that I like to do, and I kind of made a hobby out of the things that I love, and so that's how come I started Cigar Smoking Singles.
Oh, okay. So let's get into smoking. It's Cigar Smoking Singles. Tell the people what that actually is.
Cigar Smoking Singles is an event. So basically, it's an event that happens quarterly. So it happens about 4 times a year, actually. And it's a moving event. We have it at different cigar lounges and event spaces. So my next event is coming up this Sunday, which is June 11th, and it will be at Visions Nightclub in Buckhead. It's a rooftop day party. And that's the information right there.
Oh,
and
okay.
Basically, it's an event for singles, people that are on the dating scene. You don't have to be single in order to come, but your significant other, I guess, has to be okay with it. But you just come out, have a good time, and it's for a millennial crowd of people. So individuals that are in between the ages of like 25 to 40, that's the millennial demographic. So yeah, and I'm just trying to get individuals, give them another outlet other than like online dating and wherever else, because I feel like we don't really meet people when we go out as much as how we did back in the day. I feel like social media kind of changed the whole dating landscape of things. So I wanted to, create something that I feel like that I enjoy. And well, you probably have other questions to ask me. So let me
Let me tell you something. You're definitely open to answering and give us information, because we all want to know, because I'm very interested. So when your team came to us and told us about what you do, I was definitely interested, and I did a little digging. So cigars. So are you a cigar connoisseur per se, or you like cigars, or how did you get into that?
How did I get into it? Well, many, many years ago, I smoked my first cigar when I was I think I was 18. I'm from Miami, so South Beach was the wave for me. nightclubs, and I think I smoked my first cigar when I went to a nightclub in South Beach. But I've got into it because I liked the whole appeal. When you would see a man smoking a cigar, there'll always be decked out in their nice suits, and they always had an air about them, like of prestige and success, and I was really drawn to that. So that imagery, and also smoking it for the first time, I enjoyed it, and the rest is history.
Wow. So now it's crazy that you said that, because when I tried a cigar when I was younger, I actually threw up. Trying to smoke, and then your parents say, "Oh, you want some smoke? Okay, I'll give you some smoke."
Yeah.
And the rest is history, because that wasn't a good experience. So since you've been doing this for a while, smoking cigars, not on a regular, but the flavors that you like. So can you give us some type of cigars that's not too strong?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now I smoke full bodied cigars, and I smoke Maduros. They're pretty. That's not something for somebody that is just trying cigars for the first time to smoke. I smoke like the strongest stuff.
Mm.
Um, I always recommend the lighter leaf cigars. So basically, the lighter the leaf, the less strong it is. So you'll get like a Connecticut, or even something that, so you'll stick from mild to medium cigars. You can get either mild cigars, a medium cigar, or mild to medium, which is basically they have different tobacco in there, to where you're getting like an increase in effectiveness.
Okay.
Certain brands that I love Romeo and Julieta. I love my father's cigars. There's just so many. I try to get people on like maybe Monte Cristos.
Hmm.
Um, there's just so many. But just stick with something that's mild or medium. And I think that's a good start. And it's also very important to know that you don't inhale cigars. I think that's the reason why you may have thrown up.
Yes, I was trying to tell it.
Yeah, you don't inhale cigars. You pretty much puff them in. Once it hits the back of your tongue, you
Yeah.
then you exhale.
Blow it out.
So it's just, so if you're used to smoking something else other than cigars, don't do it that way, because that's a surefire way to have an unpleasant experience, and we don't want that.
Well, thank you for telling me that, because I would have been a complete fool on that. So trust me. See,
Mm.
stuff like that, I don't know anything. So that's why I was so interested in this. So um, the cigars, do you have your own brand of cigars yet? Or this is because I
I
think
don't intend to have my own brand of cigars, but who knows? We don't know.
you are into a lot of different aspects of business. So you never know, you might come up with your own cigar.
Yeah.
So um, the dating thing, because
Mhm.
it kind of works.
Mhm.
What made you go towards the millenniums? What made you target the millenniums? Because yeah.
Well, yeah, because in the cigar lifestyle, the cigar culture, it's mostly individuals that I would say maybe like 45 up, 50s, 60s. These are people that have already pretty much basically somewhat have lived their lives, and this is like a leisurely activity for them. So therefore they look at this as like a pastime, or just something to do when they're hanging out with their buddies. So these are older individuals. So I we don't need like more of that. I feel like we need the younger generation. They're not really smoking cigars as much. They're on hookah. And
Yes.
and every time that I have brought in my friends, my family from out of town, since I said I'm from originally Jamaica, but I grew up in South Florida, and I would bring my friends in town, and I don't club anymore. I segued from the club to the cigar lounges,
Yes.
and every time I would introduce them to a cigar, they loved it. And so I kind of put two and two together. I was like, they love it when they go out with me.
Mhm.
And there's not our demographic within that space. So that's how I came up with it. And in addition, a lot of the older people that do smoke cigars, they're married. So I kind of just merged all of that together, as far as the dating aspect, the cigars, and also the millennial aspect.
Wow. So now the reason I'm asking the millennial because that's an excellent target to reach for the millennials, the younger generation, because like you said, they do a lot of hookah. And I've been to cigar lounges before, and it's real laid back. It's a real laid back type of feel. So you drink
I'm sorry if you said something because it seems like I had lost connection for a little bit.
Uh-oh, you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying is that the cigar lounges, they're very laid back. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? It's not too crowded. And when it is crowded, people are sitting down just relaxing, having a drink on the side with the cigar puffing. And it's really, like you said, it gets to a point where if you put it in like a dating aspects of this, it really works because
Mm-hmm.
you got to come to these lounges at your best. At the
Mm-hmm.
end, of the day. You can't just come there and know some damn sneakers. It's not. It
Yeah.
doesn't work. You
Right.
understand? So men at a certain age or young people, they want to come there looking really nice,
Yeah.
really dressed, and they want to impress the women because women definitely coming through.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. So for my events, I try to have, I have a dress code. So no fitted hats, preferably no sneakers.
Good.
Ladies, come in with your heels because cigar smoking is also a lifestyle. Like it's people dressing up. They come with their like their actual brim hats. They come
Hmm.
with their jackets. So it's we don't have we don't have enough times where we can actually, excuse me, where we can actually get dressed up for. So therefore, this will give you an opportunity to dress up.
Yes, definitely. So, and so now, how long you been doing this?
I've been doing this now, since October 15th of last year was my first event.
Congratulations.
Mhm.
How was the turnout? Was
The
you
turnout
surprised?
was pretty, yes, pretty good. So each turnout we're getting better and better. So I'm looking forward to even more.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this question. So
Mhm.
you're based the show that you're having now is in Atlanta, correct?
I'm sorry.
The show that the event
Yes.
that you're having is in Atlanta,
Yes.
and is the what's the name of the
The
spot?
venue.
Yeah, the venue. What's the name of the venue?
Yeah, the venue is Visions Restaurant and Lounge. It's in Buckhead.
And it's a rooftop, correct?
It's a rooftop. Yeah, this is a rooftop day party. So, another thing about my events, I have day parties and evening parties. So I'll call it like the day party edition, and I'll call it an evening edition. So this is our day party edition. Later on in the year, maybe like September, I have an evening edition because around that time you're going to be trying to look for your boo for the winter when it gets cold. So I have, that's why I do it every 3 months too. So yeah.
Okay. So every quarter you have an event.
Hmm.
That's dope. Like my goodness, that's a good listen. At the end of the day, as us black people, you really came up with an excellent idea.
Oh, thank you.
It really. So I'm gonna ask you a question: are these events only in Atlanta, or do you travel to different?
Right now we're starting in Atlanta, but I will be traveling other places as well. I would say, what are we in 2023 now? I'll say in
Yeah.
2025 I'll merge out to other parts, and I'm thinking maybe like North Carolina, Texas, Miami, New York,
Mm.
Cali. Those are the places that's on the top of my mind right now.
Well, damn, you didn't tell me nothing about Orlando. I'm feeling hurt. I'm
Well,
hurt.
you know what? Orlando might be some good buddies of mine. They have this thing called Orlando Smoke Week. So I guess,
Yes.
yeah. So definitely, I can do something in Orlando.
Oh, okay. Listen, let me tell you something. I think you're gonna go far with this. So, what are some of the challenges that you had when you first started doing this?
Oh my God, the challenge is like there's not a market for millennials smoking cigars. So I'm creating that as I'm going, and that is a challenge in itself because it's so much easier to get the older generation to smoke cigars because it's something that they're normally, I wouldn't say that they're used to, but that's the norm for them. Whereas with millennials, I'm introducing them to this concept. So that part is the difficulty.
Okay, and so women, how many the women do they smoke the cigars too? Because I you used to see women smoke cigars. I know you smoke, but I think what you're doing, you bringing it to them in a nice package. If you really think about it, and you're more like you like a hookah lounge, but it's more classier than a hookah lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So
Yeah.
I like the aspects of it because it like I said, it makes you want to come out.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's more classier than a hookah lounge, but you're still going to be able to turn up.
No
Like,
doubt.
so I have like the best DJs at my events. I have a coalition DJ. His name is Walt Chamberlain. So he's our DJ on Sunday. You can
Oh,
find him on Instagram at DJ Walt Chamberlain. So I always pick the best DJs. So you're going to be able to the music's going to be at a good level so you can talk, mix, mingle, and connect. That's like my slogan. You're going to be able to talk and you're also going to be able to dance. So it's going to be perfect.
wow. So I'm asking you a question. Why this event should be recognized?
It should be recognized because it's a niche market. No one else is doing it. I'm the first. I'm a female in a male dominated industry. And I just feel like it's a great concept. And I feel like in the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna see a lot more younger people in it and a lot more women too. Um,
Mm,
the cigars. And I just feel like cigars on a scale from, like, for instance, if you're going to compare it with hookah, it's definitely better for you in that sense.
really? And you are you into the healthcare thing. So for you to say it, I
Mhm,
didn't know that. See,
mhm,
that's something I didn't know.
mhm.
So because you don't inhale the cigar.
You don't inhale, yes, and it's pure tobacco. It's not mixed with anything else.
Oh wow, check
Mhm.
that out. Mm-mm. So have you ever smoked a Cuban cigar? Because they said those are supposedly the best.
I have, and I'm not gonna lie, they are the best. They
Really?
are the best. I've smoked, I think, two Cuban cigars in my life. I've
Mm.
not been to Cuba, but somebody brought them back
Of course.
and gave me two. And oh my, no, they are the best. That's the creme de la creme of cigars.
Oh,
But
okay.
I do have a cigar. I love Honduran tobacco. So I love tobacco that's grown in Honduras.
Oh, okay.
And there's this cigar brand called it's Asylum. Asylum. That's the brand, and they have a cigar called the Asylum Eight, and that's like my favorite. That's my favorite cigar. It's so good, and
Mm.
yes. So if you get like they only made a few of them, and they said once it sells out because it's their anniversary stick. So and I say stick is another word for cigar. So if no
Cigars.
one
Okay.
knows. um, and
Yeah, you
so
said
that's
before I got kind of stuck. I'm sitting there going like, why keep this in the stick? Okay, now
yeah, yes, yeah. And so it's amazing. I don't think there's any more of them available, but if you just want to try an Asylum cigar, those are excellent.
oh, okay, let's check you out. Let me tell you something. So have you had any okay, so dating, this dating thing. People come there and they mingle. It's a lot of mingling going on. So have you ever thought about actually having a dating site?
No, I haven't thought about having a dating site. What I want to do is put testimonials at some point on the website. So the website is cigarsmokingsingles.com. And it's basically a site for all of our parties that basically is going to have all of our events on there. And it has merchandise for sales like torches, cutters,
Hmm.
ashtrays, and so on and so forth. It gives you more information about the brand, about the company. And I do plan to incorporate testimonials. Now, a dating site, that's something I might need to think about, but no, you're just giving me more stuff to do.
Not like you don't have a lot to do, but yes, I'm sorry because at the end of the day, I see I see what's going on. And it's like you could keep adding on as you go. So yes, the dating site would be perfect because later on when this really start kicking in different cities,
Mhm.
those same dating sites will be it would push all that traffic straight to the lounges. So yeah, that'll be the hookup for real. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, you definitely got something good going on. So as African Americans, we don't usually that's like you said, it's a lot of hookah and there's a lot of that other stuff that I don't want to pronounce on the show. But cigars is really, it's a gentleman's thing in a way. But you're getting the millenniums to really look at this completely different.
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate yourself from that part of this business?
As far as what exactly?
Getting the millennials to really hone in on cigars.
They're my target market. You hone in on it through me. So I guess I have a cute little slogan where I'm the cigar cherry popper. Like I pop cigar cherries. So those people that have never smoked cigars before, I will pop your cigar cherry. So basically, I'm targeting people that have never smoked before as well. So there's a lot of millennials that have never smoked before. So if you have any type of interest in cigars and you are a millennial, then come on out. Even if you don't smoke, just come on out for the experience. And that's how I'm targeting my people.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. So, do you realize? I don't know. You don't know me. This is the first time we met, but Sunday is actually my birthday.
Really? Happy early birthday!
Yep.
Happy early birthday!
So when I saw the thing, I said, "Well, damn! I wish I was in Atlanta. I would have definitely showed up."
Are you not in? Where are you located?
Orlando.
So did you go to Orlando Cigar Fest?
Yes, I've been there. I've been there before. So that's why when I asked, that's why I was like, you should, they definitely have the fest out here, and I think that'd be perfect, actually.
Okay.
So you definitely got you on your way. So I'm gonna ask you a question, a more personal thing. So you went to college for? So what college did you go to?
I went to Nova Southeastern University. That's a private college in Davie, Florida. And so I have my bachelor's in communication broadcasting, and then I have my master's in public health.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. See, I'm very proud of you. First of all, we're gonna get you some hand claps up in here. Very proud of you. You have so many different aspects of business and what you want to do. You already have a plan, and a lot of people just rush into certain things. But I see that you took your time with this because this is your baby. And you take it and you taking it and you're how can I say, you're creating something that no one's doing. So you got to be careful because you're going to have a lot of copycats. It's coming because they do have a cigar lounge, I think in Alabama, Huntsville. I think it's called Black.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but what you're doing, you got more of a mingling, dating type thing going. They don't do that. They just sit there and smoke their damn cigars like everybody else. But you got a party thing going. People be turning up, So most likely, and you got great music. You said you got some of the best DJs. So where did you find these DJs? You said he's in a coalition. What is his name again?
Coalition DJs. It's pretty much like a DJ organization of like some of like the top DJs. So it's Coalition DJs. Where did I find? I found him at a cigar lounge. So there's a Fellowship Cigar Lounge, which is out here in Atlanta. It's Cam Newton's cigar lounge, and he was actually I guess mixing. He was mixing there, and I was like, "Yo!" I was smoking, I was eating, drinking. I'm like, "Yo, he is good." And so I took his contact information, and I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna need you for my event." He was like, "Yeah, da." So that's how that came about.
That's dope, man. You putting a spotlight on it's a new environment type thing. So yeah, that's definitely gonna work. And salute to your team for introducing you to us, because Leslie Tops is like one of the best. So I know she's watching, and salute to you, Leslie. I love everybody.
Shout out to Leslie.
You heard. So I appreciate her bringing you here. So the show is this Sunday, correct?
This Sunday, yes, from 3 to 8 p.m. at Visions Nightclub. If you'd like to purchase tickets, it's cigarsmokingsingles.eventbrite.com, or you can go to my website, which is cigarsmokingsingles.com. You can purchase tickets at both places.
Well, actually, I have your website in the down below right there. We they definitely, because there's some people in here from Atlanta, so hopefully they will be showing up. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely got something good going, and what I need you to do is whenever you have more events like this, now that you're part of the 2111 Radio family, what I need you to do is start tagging us to anything that you're doing, and we actually put it in our stories. I know you noticed us probably this week, putting certain things out, especially like the video that that you have. And that's what we do when anyone comes here. We support you in any way we can.
Okay. I will definitely do that. I appreciate it.
It's not, it costs nothing to support. And that's what we do at 2111 Radio. So I have some questions for you now. I definitely have some questions for you. So besides what you already been doing, was there any other aspirations that you wanted to do but you never really got to do them?
There's no aspirations that I wanted to do that I did not get to do. Like prior to going into public health, as I mentioned, I have a bachelor's in communications. So I used to actually be the interviewer. So I used to work with, I did something I had a little stint on WSVN Channel 7 back home in Florida. I used to work with this YouTube station called iUrban TV, where I would go on location and I'll interview artists and things of that nature. What else? I worked for Baller Alert. I was a writer for Baller Alert, which people are on Instagram, you're probably familiar. It's like Baller Alert, Shade Room. So I wrote for them. I wrote for different websites as a writer. And that's what I want. I wanted to be on, like, solely on TV initially prior to getting my master's in public health. So right now I'm a public health journalist for a big governmental organization.
You ain't no Fed, right?
Huh? Am I? Huh?
You ain't no Fed, are you?
Fed
Okay, that's it. I gotta go. I did too much. But listen, you doing so much. How do you find the time to do all of this stuff?
Good time management. Good time management, yes.
Oh, okay. That's good. Listen, it's definitely been a pleasure meeting you for the first time today, and I only wish you continued success in this journey, because again, you're the first one to do it. So you really got to get everything together and really put it out there, because I say by this time next year, everybody's going to be trying to copycat of you. I really do. And I think since you're the first, I think you're definitely going to be very successful before anybody ever catch on, because they're going to catch on. You understand? And, hopefully, like you said, in 2025, you said you could probably start branching out. And that's even better. So, yeah, I definitely proud of you, and
thank you so much.
You're definitely going to get something. You're going to get far. So, any shout outs you want to give, or you wanted me to, your website is down there. So any shout outs you want to give before we let you?
Yeah, follow us on Instagram at Cigar Smoking Singles, just like that. Follow us on Instagram. Check out the website. Get to know the brand a little bit more. My personal Instagram is Deja Spade, like Ace of Spade, the drink. Just DEJ of Spade.
Yeah, it's down there.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it's there too. That's about it. Like, tell if you're into cigars, if you even have interest in cigars, tell your friends, spread the word, come on out, support, buy a ticket to the event, follow us. And word of mouth is the best form of advertising. So
yes, it is. Yes, it truly is. So thank you for coming with us today. And thanks everybody for showing up and, really being in an audience, shouting you out and, showing love. And I'll definitely be connecting with you really soon with your next event. Hopefully you could come here and talk about that as well. But again, salute to your team for bringing, letting us be able to be your first interview. Like, wow, that's dope. Like, I'm really honored to do that. So
the first live interview, not the first interview.
Yeah, live. Yeah, live interview. Let's correct that. The live. I'm the first live interview. 21
Yes.
Radio. So yes, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that that's coming towards your way. So thank you so much.
Thank
And
you
thanks,
for
everybody.
having me.
I would like to talk to you behind the scenes first, because I know your team is still up in here, but I'm gonna sign out now. But y'all have a good night, and yeah, we'll definitely be back